So, as you guys know, we got this thing running. You just saw. I told you in the next video we'd get it running, and we did. Which means it's time to get tuned. We're going tomorrow. So I'll give you guys a quick rundown on the setup. LQ9 with Texas Speed Tsunami V2 cam, as well as the PRC 225 heads. Otherwise, it's just a refreshed motor, bearings, you know, the whole nine, oil pump, all that, lifters, push rods, etc. So, pretty simple setup. It's on a Holley standalone ECU, so we're looking to make 450 to 470 NA. Last year made 370, so we should easily pick up that 75 to 100 with the new heads and new cam. We got a spec tuning this thing tomorrow, so we should be ready to roll. So I'm filming these segments at home, as you can tell, in my bedroom. After the first pull, the car only made like 390, and I was like, ooh, that ain't good. It made 370 last year without all the expensive parts. So then after pull 2, we picked, I don't know, maybe like 20 or 30, made like 420. And again, I was like a little nervous, but then the tuner texted me because we were doing remote. So, you know, he was in my laptop from 1,000 miles away. He texted me and said, yeah, it's super conservative timing right now. He's like, I'm just working on getting the fuel dialed in. And then once we get the fuel relatively close, we will turn it up. So then we got into the real pulls after that, which you guys will see right after this clip, and then we'll discuss the final numbers. So as you guys can see, the car's graph is pretty solid. Torque is virtually flat. You know, the torque power band, as you say, is peak for about 2,000 RPM, and then, you know, it's within 50 on the top end and the bottom end. And then the horsepower just keeps going all the way up. If this thing wasn't a factory bottom end, we probably would have revved it a little higher and made a little bit more. But due to the fact that it is, like I said, a factory bottom end, LQ9, we call it a 66. Now I might even personally turn it down a little bit, the limiter, just to suit my gearing as good as we can, because I don't quite need 6600 with the gearing that I run. So like I said, this is the graph, pretty solid. I can show you guys last year's graph. I have it right here hanging up on my wall. This is my little car corner. As you can see, it rolls over pretty hard. It's gonna be hard to see, but it did roll over pretty hard last year compared to the new setup that doesn't roll over at all. So super excited. Yeah. Alright, so as you guys saw, we got this thing tuned today. I didn't really film too much while we were there, like kind of bullshitting with you guys, because I don't know, I don't want to be up in someone's face walking around the shop with camera and whatnot. the police went by, or an ambulance. I didn't see what it was. But yeah, we got the old girl tuned, and it ripped. It made 455 horsepower, which is a gain of about 85 wheel horsepower from last year. So Freddie, spec tuned, hooked it up. He's always super good to work with. He's super professional and does a phenomenal job. The guys at SAS, where I rented the dyno from, super cool also. So if you guys enjoyed the video and are going to compare this to your setup, please leave a like and comment and stuff. Thank you, would help greatly. So she swapped. We did find a small oil leak after I pulled off the dyno. Looks like maybe just the O-ring on the dipstick tube is leaking a little bit. I do normally overfill this just a hair, so that could be part of the reason too. But we're going to do another oil change after the dyno day, so in the next coming days, to check out the oil, make sure everything's good there, and then be ready to rip in a couple weeks for our private day at E-Town, so check that out too.